Hello everyone, this is a C++ program containing the codes to a scientific calculator. And in this program, we are going to use two main functions, which is the include IO stream, because we are going to input data, like we are going to input values, and we are going to display those values. So apart from us inputting and displaying, we will also be using the CMAT function, which is mathematical operations, because because this is a scientific calculator, and we are going to perform arithmetic operations, trig operations, square roots. That's why we are including the CMAT function. So over on the fourth line, we have the int main function, which is the main function when it comes to C++. And inside the C main function parenthesis, we have what is termed the block, which is the codes inside the parenthesis. Yeah, so we have a scientific calculator performing 6 operations. It is going to perform arithmetic operation. So when you run this code, it is going to display 6 tasks it can perform, which is number one, which is located on the 8th line: enter operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, followed by enter base to the power rate. For example, 2 raised to the power 3, and square roots. For example, let's say you are finding the square root of 25, which is like 5. Rounding up of decimals, trig operations, and finding hypotenuse when you are given the opposite and adjacent of the sides of a right angle triangle. So when you run this code, it is going to display what is over here from line 6 to line 13. So let me run this code and see. So we are running in the terminal, and the terminal is going to allow the user to input data. So you see over here, you can input our choice, and this from the line 6 to line 13 is displaying the operations this scientific calculator can perform. That's why we have the standard output, which is the STDC out. It means standard output, and this STD and L, or standard and L, means each of these should be displayed on a separate line. That's why the first one is on its own line. From number 1 to number 6 is on its own line. That's why we have this function std dot std colon colon and L, and we know this is to output. std c out, and this sign is less than sign, two of them. So as this is displayed, this line 14, which is the C in choice, will allow the user to enter his choice or her choice. So let's say here, if I want to choose the first one, I just press 1 and enter. So that's what line 14 is doing. So for a user to be able to perform one of these operations, the user needs to select his or her choice, as I've done over here. You see, when I entered 1, it displayed enter operation plus minus multiplication division, which is on line 1. Yeah, and this is switch choice. Switch choice allows allows this program to execute a set of instructions when a choice is being chosen. So this switch choice allows you to choose between number 1 to number 6. And under this switch choice, it is trying to say that when it is, for the case where, this is case 1, for the case where the user chooses the first option, it should perform the arithmetic codes, which is the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And if the person chooses the second one on line 49, this case 2, it is going to perform the power raised to the power codes. So these are comments. The green lines are comments indicating or giving more information on the codes under them. So I've written this or I've typed these are base raised to the power, indicating that the codes under the green comments are base raised to the power codes. So this switch choice, when the user chooses one, it will execute these codes under this comment. These are arithmetic codes. When the user enters 2 over here, the terminal, this place, the terminal, it is going to execute the codes under the case 2. These are base raised to the power codes. And when the user enters 3, it means it should execute the codes under case 3. The same applies to case 4, case 5, and case 6, which is the last case. Return 0 over here helps to check for error, and this is part of the format of C++ codes. So let's say if as I've chosen 1, this code is going to, because it's case 1, is going to execute the codes under these are arithmetic codes. So let's say I enter plus. Let's see what it will do. Alright, I've entered plus, and it's telling me to enter number 1. So under the case 1, we have declared 2 doubles, which is num1, double num 1 and double num 2. Under it we have char op, which is character operation. You are going to perform operation. That's why we have this character operation, because these operations contain characters, which are plus, minus, multiplication, division. And for this code, it can only take in two numbers, because we declared only two numbers. So this means that we have declared two numbers. This means that these two numbers we have declared, we are going to use it in the codes under the arithmetic codes. And this char op means character operation, which means you are going to perform these operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division, under this code. So when the person chooses one, as it's over here, it displays enter operation, plus, minus, multiplication, division. This line is trying to say, whenever the person chooses one, first let this output enter operation, plus, minus, multiplication, division, which is over here. And this line, the standard C in OP, it helps to accept the operation the user wants. That's why I was able to enter plus over here. Yeah. And after you have been able to enter your operation, it is to display this enter num1, which is the standard C out, this line 23. It means it should display enter num1, and this line means you should be able to receive the number I want to key in. So let's say I want to enter 2. So let me enter 2. I enter 2. Then it goes to enter num2. So after entering the first number, this line 25 tells you, displays this enter num2 as it has over here, and this C in num2, or standard C in num2, tells that yeah, you can enter your second number. So let me enter 3, and let me press enter, and let's see what will happen. I press enter and I had 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Yeah. So for this, as you have been able to enter, or as these outputs and this takes in the values, it is saying that for the case where over here, for the case where the person chose plus, as I did over here, it should perform the operation and output here over here. It should perform the operation, which that's why we have the num1 plus num2, and output the result is then the sum. That's why we have the result is, then we have 5. So if you perform another operation, let's say minus, it will allow you to subtract two numbers. Then you are going to use the operation, which will be case 2 over here. So over here we are switching operations. This one is when it is operation 1 and the person keys in this one, or this accept this displays and the person accepts, it should display the results and bring the addition operation results. And when the person chooses -2 and all this like happens, the person chooses the subtraction over here. He's in um he's he's in the first number over here for this function, which is line 24, and he's in the second number. It should perform the subtraction operation and display the results and display the result is with the subtraction operation result. So let's say, let me run this code and perform subtraction and see. So I'm running the code and you see it came again. All these came from line 8 to line 13. Yet to is displaying choice. Choice is over here. You should display choice. You should display calculator. It's over here. So from here, all displays the choices we want to choose displays over here. And I said let's choose subtraction. So I've chosen subtraction. Yeah. No, this one is not subtraction. Let me choose the number one because I want to perform number one. So I've entered and let me choose subtraction, which is over here. Yeah, taking the operation line 22. So the operation I want to take is subtraction. I've taken it. It is displaying the enter, and it is displaying the enter num1 for the operation you want to perform. So let's say I enter 5, enter num2. It is displaying enter num2, and because of this it can receive num2. This line shows that it can receive num2. So let me enter 3. So you see it has written the result is 2, which is for this case when the operation is negative, the result is, then you should give the operations result. So that's what the arithmetic code contain. When it is multiplication, it will perform the same thing as the addition and subtraction, and for the division it is going to perform the same thing as the addition, subtraction and multiplication. But over here we are saying that if the second number being inputted, which is the line 38, if the second number which is being inputted is 0, it should display error, which is division by 0, because we know you can't divide by 0. That's not possible. That's undefined in math. So that's for the case of the division. And over here, default means if the person does not key in either addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, it should display that wasn't a valid operation. So that's the default standard output. That wasn't a valid operation. So this break means for this case perform this set of instruction, which is output the results and break, which is stop. And for the second case, eliminate or execute execute this set of instruction and stop. The same applies to the multiplication, division and the default. So after all this, just break for this set of codes. For the case 2, we have raised to the power. So let me run this code and perform the case 2. The code is running. Okay, here we go. So let me choose enter base to the power raise and see. Enter base to the power. It is asking you for the base. You see, under this we wrote a comment. These are base raised to the power, so that anyone who takes this code will know that this set of codes are base raised to the power codes, because this is a scientific calculator program. And we have declared that we are going to use base and we are going to use power. So you are seeing when the person chooses to display this enter base and allow the person to enter the base the person wants to operate on. So let's say I choose base 2 and enter. It will display this enter power, which is 2 raised to the power what, and this line 55 standard C in power will allow you to enter the power. Let's say 3. 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. So I'm telling this program to display the answer power, which is base raised to the power, So this executes this line, this place is what is going to make sure we get the answer. So that's why we have the answer 8, which is 2 raised to the power 3 is 8, and break. Over here, case 3, these are square root codes. So we have declared double num, which is you are going to use num as our variable, and we are saying that when a person chooses 3, it should display this enter number to square root. Then you should be able to receive the number, which is the standard C in num. Then it should display square root. So let's run this code and perform this operation. So here we go. Let's choose 3. I choose 3 and they are saying enter number to be square root or square rooted. So you're going to enter number, let's say 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So it's going to output square root and the square root of the number. This means square root of the number. Then to break, it will continue the operation. The same thing is going to happen to this one. This code to run a decimal code. So let's say when you key in the decimal, let me key in the decimal and see. First of all, we know decimals are either in double or float. Over here we chose double as our variable, and we are saying that let me run the code and let's see. So here I'm going to choose round, enter number to be rounded up. So let me choose 4. You are seeing enter number to be round or to round, which is over here. You are seeing that when the person chooses 4, it should display enter num to round or enter number to round, and the person should be able to key in the number the person desires, which is on the line 71. So let's key in number to round up. These are decimal, so let's say 23.77. Let me choose 23.7. Let me enter and see. It gives 24. It has rounded it up. So this operation, Seal number means it should round it up. Seal means round up. So you should display the answer with performing the seal num. Seal num means round up in C++. Then you should break. The same thing applies to the trig. When you enter the number for a trig, we declared a double degree. Because degree we can have point something here, and we declare the constant, which is pi. So we are moving on to the case 5, which is trig operation. For the trig operation, we are going to use degree, which is a double, which can be decimals, and the double can also accept whole numbers. Keep in mind. And we are going to display a constant, which is a double, which can also be stored in a float because it is decimals. So this constant, a constant is a memory that contains a certain value, and that value does not change from the beginning of a code being run to the end of the code being executed. So over here, this pi is not going to change, and we are declaring this degree, double degree, and the constant. This is constant double pi 3.14. This one, because we are going to use them in this program, which is finding trig of numbers, which is called sine and tan. So when I run this code and I choose 5, let me choose 5. So tell me to enter value for trig operation, which is over here. Enter value for trig operation. So let me enter the degree. Here it is. Enter degree. Let me enter 0. See, I enter 0, and it is displaying cos 1, cos of 0 to be 1, sine of 0 to be 0, and tan of 0 to be 0. And this is possible in C++. And for us to key in something like 0 or a degree, and this program will give it its trig, we should first convert the degree to radians, because C++ deals with radians. And to convert degree to radians, we multiply the degree by the pi over 180. That's the formula for finding radians. So we declare the degree, which is what we inputted, 0 over here, over here, here 0. And this degree should be multiplied by pi divided by 180 to give it the radian. Then it should display the sign, the cos, which is on line 83, the sine and the tan. After it should break, it shouldn't round it again. So that's for trig. Let's go to case 6, where we choose to find the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. So I'm running the code. So let's choose 6. I've chosen 6. Enter. They are telling me to enter the first side, which is let's say the opposite or the adjacent, depending on you. So let's say I choose my opposite to be 2. They tell me to enter side B. That's my adjacent. And I choose my adjacent to be 3. It is giving me 3.6055, which is the hypotenuse. Let me run this code and choose another set and see. So let me choose 6 again. This time I'm going to explain some of this. They are saying for the case of 6, perform cos to find hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. This one is a comment. Always remember the green one is a comment. You are going to declare the double A, B, and C, because you are going to use A, B, and C. Remember, C is the hypotenuse, and the A and B, which you have declared, is either your opposite and your adjacent, or your adjacent and your opposite. Line 91 is telling the program to output enter side A. So let me choose 6 and see whether it will output enter side A. 6, enter. You see, enter side A. And line 92 is saying that we should be able to input, or this program should be able to receive the value for sine A. So let's choose 3. Enter. This one, let's say my 3 is my opposite. It is also displaying this, which is line 93. And 93 means, which is the standard C out, enter side B. It means it should output enter side B, which you can see over here. And it is on line 94, it says receive sine B. So let me enter 5. I enter and I get 5.83095. When you take your calculator, you get to know that it is true. So it displayed this side C because of this line 96, and line 95, it means C is equal to the square root of A raised to the power 2 plus B raised to the power 2. When you are finding hypotenuse, you know hypotenuse squared is equal to your let's say your opposite squared plus your adjacent squared. When you want to take out the square from the hypotenuse, you end up getting hypotenuse is equal to square root of your this hypotenuse is equal to square root of your opposite squared plus your adjacent squared. So while here a, let's say a is your opposite and b is your adjacent. If you interchange, a is your adjacent and b is your opposite. So it perform this operation and outputs your final result, which is size c. Then it will bring the value for c. That's what is over here. Then it will break. So yeah, they are saying if this line 99 to 101 says if we enter operations aside, like we enter values, let's say we run the code. Let me run the code. We are supposed to choose our choice. If we choose our choice and our choice is not from 1 to 6, it should output this invalid choice. Please enter a number between 1 to 6. Between 1 to 6. So let me enter 7 and see whether it will work. Let me choose 7. I choose 7. You see, it displayed invalid choice. Please enter a number between, this one should be 1 to 6, because let me do it again. Let's see. I've now saved it, so let me do it. Let me key in 7. See, invalid choice. Please enter a number between 1 to 6. So that's the essence of this line. Then break, and we come to the end of this code. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this code. So over here I said that include IOStream, we are going to receive values, input and output values. The CMAT, we are going to perform mathematical operations. Int main is the main function of C++ code. Int choice is equal to 0. We are declaring a choice to be 0, where we are going to choose choices from 1 to 6. So when you run the code, this will display. Then the switch choice will help you choose between 1 to 6. If you choose 1, it should operate the codes under these are arithmetic codes. And remember, this green line is a comment. It should execute what is under this code using the switch operation, which is if it is addition and the person choose addition, and the person choose addition right here and enter the first number and the second number, it should display the result. It should display this is the result is, then the operation result. The same for subtraction, multiplication, division. Remember, division, if the second number is 0, that's why this is if number 2 is 0, it means we can't perform division, and that's invalid or error. Then it should break if this line tells, line 43 to 45 tells the program that if the person doesn't choose the operation, addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, it should output that wasn't a valid operation. If the person chose this line, chose to, it should execute the codes under this comment. These are base raised to the power codes. Remember this forward slash, two of them makes you able to write a comment. Then to execute this set of codes, you to display enter base, to allow you to enter your base, to display enter power, allow you to enter your power, display the answer, performing base raised to the power of what you chose. And we use base and power in this code. That's why we declared double base and double base power. The same applies to 3. When the person chooses 3 over here, it should perform the square root of the number the person chose. So this is what will make sure the operation of finding the square root is determined. For case 4, you are saying that to run a decimal up. So we declared a double num, which is we are going to use this num, this num, and enter. And when you choose for, you should display enter num to raise, enter num to round, and you should be able to enter that num or number, and it should display this answer and perform this. So to display answer with the with the round up. So we saw that trade the same thing. We declared a double degree, we declared a constant. Yeah, we told it to output this enter value for trig operation. It should allow you to enter the degree. Then to enter the degree, it should convert the degree to radians. That's what we see on line 82, and it should display the cos, sine, and tan. For this one, line 6 hypotenuse, we declared three variables, which is we declared A, B, and C. And for this, we said that it should, when you choose 6, it should display enter side A. Then you should be able to enter the side A, which is adjacent or opposite depending on you. Then B, which is also adjacent or opposite depending on you. Then you should perform this operation. C is equal to, no, C is assigned to, this means assign. C is assigned to the square root of A raised to the power 2 and B raised to the power 2. And you should output the side with the results. Then if we didn't choose between 1 and 6, it should tell you that it was an invalid choice and it's not accepted in this calculator program. Hello. So this is a C++ program containing a text-based adventure game. So in this program, you are going to input and output some values, and you are going to use string string simply is a data type that stores letters and numbers. A string can be an address, can be a statement. Yeah. So we can have a string like 123 Adrenganon Street. It's a string. Yeah. So in this program, we are going to include the input and output function, and we are going to include string. Int main is the main function of C++. We are going to declare our variable declaration. First, we are going to set our choice to 0 so that we can enter the choices over here. So when you read this, you see enter your choice 1 or 2. 1 or 2. This is string player choice. This is saying that you should allow the player to 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 see this, enter your choice when the code is run. Like when the code is run, we don't want to be typing this long thing, enter your choice 1 or 2, when we want to output this. So we have initialized it with player choice, or assigned it to player choice. So player choice is assigned to enter your choice 1 or 2. Introduction text is assigned to welcome to a haunted house adventure game. First question string. All these are string. First question string is assigned to you arrive at an outskirts of town at a haunted mansion. There is a front door and a back door. How do you wish to proceed? And this front door string is assigned to as you attempt to jingle the door. Yeah, so all this kitchen left is assigned to this set of string. Kitchen right assigned to this set of string. Kitchen question is assigned to this set of string. Yeah, so this game is an adventure game, and in this game the it has been programmed in such a way that you encounter a haunted house, and in this one it is in your dream. So you are dreaming, and in your dream you encounter a haunted house, and the house has a front door and a back door. So when you run the code, you choose between your front door and back door. When you choose between front door and back door, let's say I choose front door. When you choose front door, over here you are going to lose, because this front door will display this. As you attempt to jingle the door, it locks. It is locked. Suddenly, a false panel under your feet opens. You fell into a dark abyss. You are never heard from again. You lose. And when you choose the back door, it will take you to a kitchen, and inside the kitchen to your left there is another door. To your right there is a staircase. When you choose the door on your left, you you are not heard of because you are being captured or grabbed by someone and you are never heard of. And when you choose right, right, you you climb the steps where you struggle a little bit because there's no light over there, and finally you climb the stairs and you wake up. When you wake up, it means you won and you were ahead of, or you awoke, initiating or establishing your win. So yeah, when you run the code, we are telling the code to output the introduction test after it has displayed, it has told you to enter your choice. It is and welcoming you to the haunted house adventure. Let me run this code and see. So over here we are telling it to output introduction test, output first question. So introduction test. Welcome to a haunted house game. Welcome to a haunted house adventure game, which is the introduction text. Your first question is you arrive at an outskirts. It's here. It can be seen in the terminal over here. Welcome, welcome to a haunted house adventure game. You arrive at an outskirts. You see it is displayed over here. So yeah, we chose to use the while loop. So this while loop is going to perform a set of loop until it gets to the end of the loop, then it breaks. So over here we are telling, we are on line 25, when the program is run and the loop is being the while loop is being performed. We are telling it to output the player choice, which is over here. Choose one or two. Player choice, which is here. Enter your choice, one or two, which is being displayed over here. Enter your choice, one or two. So as I said, say enter. Let me choose one and see. If I choose one, it tells me as you attempt to jingle the door, it is locked. Suddenly, a false panel under your feet opens. You fell into a dark abyss. It is like a dark place of struggle. You are never heard from. You lose. So over here, I lose in this game. So over here, I said if that I choose the first choice, it should output what I have assigned to front door, which is standard C out front door. It should output this and break. So when I chose the number one, it outputted what I initialized with the front door. So when you see front door, as you attempt to jingle the door, you can see it over here. As you attempt to jingle the door, it's locked. Suddenly a force, you see, it's over here. Then it breaks. Else, else means if I don't choose number one, let me run the code. Else, if I don't choose number one and I choose number two, it should perform what is under number two. So let me run the code. I run the code and now let me choose number two. I chose number two and it displays the door is unlocked and opens with unexpected wall cracks. Right, unexpected wall cracks. You walk inside to find a long abandoned kitchen. There is a door leading to your left and a staircase leading upstairs to your right. You see, so I'm saying that when you choose one, it should output the front door as it did break. Else if you didn't choose the first choice and you came to choose the second choice, it should output what I've assigned to back door and what I've assigned to kitchen question, which is over here. Back door, back door, kitchen question. You see, so back door and kitchen question. So enter your choice. Yeah, they're asking you. This is the kitchen question. The kitchen question asks you, do you go one through the door, which is the door on your right, or upstairs, which is the part on your right. Sorry. So this one is, do you like to go through the door on your left and go, or to go to your right, which is go up the staircase? So yeah, let me choose one and show you. If I choose one, you see, I lose. Why? Because it displays this: as you enter the door, a, a ghostly sight meets your eyes. A scary creature reaches out and grabs you. You are unable to escape, and you are never heard from again. You lose. Which is over here. I'm saying, if I didn't choose the one which is the first one, let's say you are at the door, the front door, which is over here, and I choose two, which is the back door, it should display the kitchen question, give you the choice whether you want to go left or right, and allow you to input the choice. There is the kitchen. When you are at the kitchen, do you want to go through the door on your left or use the staircase on your right? That's what line 35 and 36 is saying. So if you choose the door on your left, which is the kitchen left, this has been assigned up there. It should display what has been assigned to kitchen left. So over here it displayed it, which I tend to lose. And if you choose the second one, which is the staircase, which is kitchen right, it should output what is wired. So let's choose that one and see. Let's run the code again. I run the code. It's coming. Let's see, front door or back door. So let me choose the back door because that's what we are using. Then enter choice. Do you want to go to the left or right? This time we are going to the right, kitchen right. We are going to the right one, so we choose two. So let's choose two. When you choose two, you realize this has been outputted. When you choose two, you should output this, what is assigned to kitchen right, and this is what is assigned to kitchen right. This is over here. Walking up the staircase, you met a biter. The same thing has been outputted over here, showing that you win. So let me read. Walking up the staircase, you are met with bright light. Squinting as you proceed, you suddenly awake. You find out all the terror encountered was just a bad dream. You win. You see it outputted, then it breaks. You can't enter anything again. It breaks. So if I this one says, for invalid choice, well, for the first one, which is the door one, the front door and the back door, which is one or two, or the second one, which is the left door and the right door in the kitchen. For invalid choice, for invalid choice, it should display invalid choice, please enter one or two, which means we didn't choose one or two, then the code should end. So this is all what this adventure game is about. I hope you understood and enjoyed it. See you another time.